like to make would be improvements to the bus schedules because she has to wait 1 to 2 hours between each transit. I also asked her about any suggestions, other suggestions. She said more frequent stops and runs. I got a chance to interview Dre, who stated that he was returning home, and his experience riding JTA is that it gets you where you're going. The prices doesn't bother him, and that he remembers riding. I said, I remember riding the bus when there weren't any cameras. Do you feel safer with the installation? He said, yeah, I guess it protects us and the driver. And I interviewed Joshua, who was my third person. He's a native of Jacksonville as well. I said, what is your main means of transportation? He said he does have a car. He's used JTA a few times, and he didn't have a choice for it today. I asked him his opinion with all of the means of transportation, such as Uber and Lyft, why JTA, and his response was the fare, that it was a reasonable price to pay $150 for a ride versus $8 for an Uber or a Lyft. Today's highlights include entering the bus. The bus was parked at the curb, low enough to accommodate individuals with disabilities, adequate space, smooth ride as far as the speed and the turns for the driver. Air conditioning made it comfortable. The driver was also attentive. There were safety measures on the bus as far as the fire extinguisher, the red box containing first aid supplies, and the exit at the top of the roof. There were clear expectations with rules. It was there was an informative piece on the bus as far as the holiday schedule and convenience of Wi-Fi being available. Shaded areas were at the top of the rest stops. Self-service machines with different bus fare, balance inquiries, and reloading for the Star Card and senior passes were available. The totem at Regency Square wasn't working. That was one of the concerns that I saw. Whenever we were headed back to the bus, there was a open sewage portion that was definitely a safety concern. I remember a few of us taking a picture of that. The grounds could use some upkeeping as far as gum on the ground and pressure washing being needed. Recycle bins and garbage cans were there to prevent littering. And there were large visuals to update the route. We did get a chance to interview one of the drivers, Mr. Reggie, oh, thank you. I asked him, how does your career as a driver impact the community? He says he enjoys helping people get around, not to be confused, this was my personal note, not to be confused with not setting boundaries, but it shows that he's dedicated to the job because he does work on his days off. We stopped at the Avenues Walk near Rising Community to discuss the upcoming commute rail, which will use Amtrak trains to transport customers out of the city to destinations such as Tampa and West Palm Beach. There are Amazon hubs on campus, prompting the question, is there a partnership between JTA and Amazon allowing them to have this on the premises? The answer is yes. We also interviewed Walter, who utilizes the bus 3 to 4 times a week. My questions, and discuss this with the group, is has there ever been a time that the capacity of the bus is at its limit? What is the protocol when that happens, and what does it mean for our customers? Are there any changes in the process when that happens? And in summary, having the liberty of riding with my peers, conversing with consumers, and experiencing the process of today as we look forward to the processes of tomorrow was informative. People use the JTA for recreational purposes, but for many, this is their only means of transportation. How does what we do today affect how we ride tomorrow?
Very good. Now, to answer her question about if the buses is at max capacity, what we do, as you all notice, at the top of the bus, the rails, it had those straps. You saw the black straps hanging down. Well, that's also used for customer if there are no seats, they can use those to hold on. So each bus can seat.
I was asking her what's the difference between Houston and Jacksonville. That's a big shoe. And she was saying how at first she liked the Jacksonville, but transportation could be better. Yeah, she lives, I think she said, in Brooklyn, and that's kind of down.
Yeah, Brooklyn is right Skyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was saying how she would like to take the Skyway, but I guess it doesn't go directly to where she stays. So she was like kind of saying how she wished that it would kind of like extend more out and we'll have more like little spots. Because she said she would love to take it, but it's kind of inconvenient.
Well, there are plans, some future plans for a Brookwood station.
Okay.
So it's still early stages.
Okay. Ooh, I go to burrito gallery.